Nathaniel, you're still up. Are you all right? What is that? It's from Melville. Oh, how is Herman? It's so nice you boys have become so close after such a short space of time. Is he feeling better about the book reviews? I sent him a note to say I thought Moby Dick was a good book, and he wrote me a letter. I can see that. Is everything all right? I don't know. Would you read this and tell me if I'm overreacting? Overreacting to what? Just read it. My dear Hawthorne, people think if a man has undergone any hardship, he should have a reward. Do I think I deserve any reward for my work? Your joy-giving and exultation-breeding letter is not my reward, but it is the good goddess's bonus over and above what was stipulated. I mean, it's sort of prosy, but that's Herman for you. Keep reading. Appreciation, recognition. Is love appreciated? Why, ever since Adam, who has got to the meaning of this great allegory, the world?
The world. And we pygmies must be content to have our paper allegories but ill comprehended. I say, your appreciation is my glorious gratuity. In my proud, humble way, a shepherd king, I was lord of a little vale in the solitary Crimea, but you have now given me the crown of India. But on trying it on my head, I found it fell down on my ears, notwithstanding their asinine length, for it's only such ears that can sustain such crowns.
I mean, that's sort of witty, the Midas reference. I know he gets a trifle allegorical, but, at least he admits it. Keep reading.
Your letter was handed me last night on the road going to Mr. Morewood's, and I read it there. Had I been home, I would have sat down at once and answered it. I can't write what I felt, but I felt pantheistic then. Your heart beat in my ribs, and mine in yours, and both in God's.
That's an unusual way to talk to a friend. Keep reading.
A sense of unspeakable security is in me in this moment on account of your having understood the book. I've written a wicked book and feel spotless as the lamb. Ineffable socialities are in me. I would sit down and dine with you and all the gods in old Rome's pantheon. It is a strange feeling. No hopefulness in it, no despair. Content, that is it. And irresponsibility, but without licentious inclination.
Well, at least he seems to be aware that this might be taken the wrong way. I mean, he does say there's no licentious inclination. But when he has to say it kind of makes it sound like there is, though. I'll just keep reading, shall I?
Whence come you, Hawthorne? By what right do you drink from my flagon of life? And when I put it to my lips, lo, they are yours and not mine.
Okay, I can see how you're feeling a little uncomfortable with this. Keep reading. Keep reading. Keep reading!
I feel that the Godhead is broken up like the bread at the supper and that we are the pieces, hence this infinite fraternity of feeling. You did not care a penny for the book, but now and then as you read it, you understood the pervading thought that impelled the book, and that you praised. Was it not so? You were archangel enough to despise the imperfect body and embrace the soul. Once you hugged the ugly Socrates because you saw the flame in the mouth and heard the rushing of the demon, the familiar, and you recognized the sound, for you have heard it in your own solitude.
All right, well, we're back to talking about the book again, I think.
My dear Hawthorne, the atmospheric skepticism steal into me now and make me doubtful of my sanity in writing you thus. But believe me, I am not mad, most noble Festus. But truth is ever incoherent, and when big hearts strike together, the concussion is a little stunning.
I mean, he does seem to be aware that this is a bit much.
This is a long letter, but you're not at all bound to answer it. Possibly if you do answer it and direct it to Herman Melville, you will missend it, for the very fingers that now guide this pen are not precisely the same that just took it up and put it on this paper. Lord, when shall we be done changing?
Oh, Herm.
What a pity that for your plain, bluff letter you should get such gibberish. Mention me to Mrs. Hawthorne and to the children, and so goodbye to you, with my blessing.
Well, he does end it pretty normally. Maybe he just got a little, there's a postscript.
P.S. I can't stop yet. If the world was entirely made up of magicians, I should tell you what I should do. I should have a paper mill established at one end of the house, and so have an endless riband of fool's cap rolling in upon my desk, and on that endless riband I should write 1,000, 1,000,000, billion thoughts, all under the form of a letter to you. The divine magnet is on you, and my magnet responds. Which is the biggest? A foolish question. They are one.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. What are you gonna do? I don't know. What should I do? Well, he does say here he won't make writing you letters like this a habit, and He shan't always answer your letters, and you may do just as you please. Well, honestly, I wouldn't even know what to say. I think maybe I just won't answer him for a while. Yeah. Poor Herm.